Good morning. I hope you all are doing well and welcome to second day of the conference. And before starting my presentation, I apologize that I lost my glass. So, the bifocal glass, so I purchased one for reading glass. So if I can do any mistake or anything to read, please consider it. Okay, so and the title of the presentation, you can see that the quinoa green leaves, a promising nutrient-rich vegetable to improve human health. So, how many of you know about the quinoa grain or eat quinoa grain? Okay, good. So, out of the 50%, I can say that the quinoa grain or greens. How many of you have ever tasted the quinoa green leaf? So it is new. It is obvious that you cannot get the chance to taste the quinoa greens. So, and quinoa green is the highly nutritious quinoa like quinoa grains. So we'll talk about this one. So let we go to our next slide. Okay. Do you wish to live a healthy life? Of course, its answer should be everybody. We like to live a healthy life. So everybody. It is our wish that is we like to live a healthy life. So and then how we can live this one? How we can lead the healthy life? It comes different way, different approach to this one. So number one is the prevention. That is the to eat right food to get nutrition and to remain healthy. And also at the same time, if we remain the healthy and have full nutrition in our body, we can also the protect different diseases, including non-communicable diseases like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes, obesity, like this one. So, and this one, the second one is the protection. That is to protect or to cure or manage after symptom arrive. When disease symptom is appear in our body, then we take medication or other practices to prevent this one, to protect our body. So in my presentation, there are two parts. One part is talk about the green leafy vegetables. And second part will be the quinoa green leaf. Okay, let's talk with the green leaves. And green leaves are the great sources of nutrient. All protein, all amino acid, essential amino acid, you can get it from the leafy greens, and vitamin, minerals, and also the bioactive component. Green leaves are rich in bioactive components. And you can see this one, green leaves contain less calories, but less calories, less carbohydrates, sodium, and also the less cholesterol. But on the other hand, you can see the quinoa green leaves rich in vitamins and also the minerals and also high fiber content. As I told you earlier, that is excellent sources of bioactive components, polyphenols, carotenoid, phytosterol, and antioxidants. Then also one way the interesting thing is that according to CDC, Center for Disease Control, USA, only 10% of US adult people, they take the recommended doses of the leafy greens and vegetables. As per CDC recommendation, you have to take the 5 cups of the greens and vegetables, fruits and vegetables daily to remain healthy. But only 10% of the people, they take the recommended. And you can see the 90%, they do not follow the recommendation. And out of 5 cups, 1 cup should be leafy vegetables every day. But in USA, you will see that if you ask someone, have you taken the leafy vegetables? They will say, oh, in the salad we took some. But it is not enough. But if you go to the other Asian countries, and you will see that the Asian countries, people of the Asian countries, they eat lots of vegetables. If you go anywhere, you will see any countries, you will see that because these are cheap, abundant, and available around the year. So, and their meal, every meal, you will see that they have the sources of the leafy greens. So then nowadays, the people are more concerned about their health, because due to the spread of the non-communicable disease like heart disease and the cancer and other diseases. So in the last presentation yesterday, we also see that to take the to eat healthy stuff, it is the one of the important step to control the non-communicable diseases like the heart attack or the cancer and other stuff. So now people are more concerned. You know that when 10 years back, now the spread of the non-communicable diseases are more. So they are eating more vegetables. They like to find how they can live healthier. They are choosing a healthy style of life. So, and as I told you, Asian people are eating most vegetables. And the common vegetable are spinach, lettuce, we eat, and non-traditional vegetables, also rich in nutritional component. Non-traditional vegetables, that the moringa leaf, those are the Asian people or African people. Moringa leaf, we call sojina in Indian subcontinent. This is also the highly nutritious. Moringa leaf, moringa fruit, flower, seed, everything. So quinoa at the same time, quinoa leaf, quinoa grain also highly nutritious. So you can, we eat the stir fry, steam, soup, salad, we use the leafy vegetables. And this is the summary of you can say nutritional, physiochemical and bioactive properties status of leafy vegetables. You will see this one also applicable for the quinoa. You can see here, you can see here, this is leafy green, all the highly nutritious and all the health benefits, the antimicrobial activity, bioactive component, polyphenols, antioxidants. So these are all contain this one. So what happened? We can see the different nutritional, the content, the other activities. We can see this one, how they actively involve in our physiological system. These are the recent study. You can see this published in 2023. And now I am moving to the study, what I did, what we are doing at the University of Lincoln University of Missouri in the Jefferson City, Columbia. As I told earlier, the title of my presentation is Quinoa Green Leaves, a promising nutrient-rich vegetable to improve human health. So my presentation will follow like this way. So what is quinoa and nutritional composition of quinoa, grains and greens? You eat the greens. So I studied both grain and greens. And then the quinoa greens leaves as a vegetable. I promoted this one for last 5-6 years and published several papers and bioactive components and health benefits and ongoing research, what we are doing at Lincoln University. And conclusion. Here it is the quinoa, so the name is a little bit peculiar. So spell this one or sometimes quinoa. So we can say that quinoa, so it will be easy to spell. Then it is not in the USA. Origin is Indian region and in the Peru and Bolivia. And this crop was called the secret crop because it has the nickname is the Saesma Mama, is mother of all grain. Due to all nutritional composition, Incas people, thousands of years back, they nicknamed this one as a mother grain because it contains lots of nutrients. So the mother grain means it is the mother of all grain, means it is importance to express this one. And Peru and Bolivia in South America produce 90% of the world quinoa production. And also 90% of the quinoa export. What we eat here, you will see that it is either Peru or Bolivia, the product of Peru or Bolivia. But right now, as of today, 125 countries around the world, they are growing quinoa or doing research on quinoa grain. So it is also due to its the nutritional composition, it is also called the superfood because it contains all the nutrient, vitamins, and other. And United Nations, for this importance, United Nations declared it as a 2013 as an International Year of Quinoa. And you can see quinoa is different color. You can 4 or 5 color. You can see the brown to the red. You can see this one. And scientific name is the Chinopodium quinoa. It is Amaranthus family. Other member is the spinach beet on this family. You can see this one. And it is amaranth is wheat in USA. We call lamb's quarter. But in it is climate smart crop or lamb's quarter. The other species is spinach beet and lamb's quarter. And as a wheat, lamb's quarter, it grow in the soybean field or corn field in USA. So we treat as a wheat there. It's the same family, same genus, different species. Chinopodium quinoa and Chinopodium album, this one. And it is not pseudo cereal is not like the Gramineae family, like the rice, corn, or wheat. And it is require least amount of water to grow and also short duration in the USA, 90 to 100 days. So this is the nutritional composition. You can see this one. These all are the quinoa nutritional composition. You can see if you use the protein, fat, calories, calcium, and other, you can see it is far better than the other. The milk, egg, or the cow milk. In most of the aspect, it is higher. Then if you come to the green leaves, you know that we talked about the grain earlier. And green leaves, it looks like then 30 days old, and you can cut this one, half of this around 6-7 inches above the ground, and you can cook these vegetables. Here you can see this one, the protein, amino acid, and low carb, as I told, exactly quinoa grain. All the characteristics same as of the quinoa grain. So quinoa leaves are also highly nutritious like the quinoa grain. And you can grow this one around the year. Duration is only 30 days. When grow and you can eat this one in 30 days. And also it is you can harvest twice. After getting the one harvest and you can get the second harvest also. You require the less amount of fertilizer and water to grow this one. And we can also use a salad, stir fry, soup, and salad. We can use this one. And several paper in last 5 years, I published several paper, the unique paper, not published in US on quinoa greens, especially. So this is the bothua. That some of them are from Indian subcontinent. This is one of the wheat in the field, but as a leafy green. For hundreds of years in Asian subcontinent, especially in India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, they eat this one, this bothua shak. Or in USA, we call this one lamb's quarter, English name. And this is Chinopodium album, different species, but same genus of quinoa. And China, it is called also China Korea. It is also called mountain vegetables, wild green or wild spinach, goldspit, different names is there. So. And Canada, in the last year, I was in Toronto, and I saw that in the market, along with other vegetables, this also available. So due to its importance, health benefit, you can find this one. Yeah, I am promoting this one. So, and also in the earlier time, the Incas people, they use this one, this plant, the leaf, seed, and the stem, fruits, everything they use for different purposes. And you can see this one. Thousands years back, they used to sore throat, cold, cough, tonsillitis, colon cancer prevention, body quality improvement. These are the, not right now. This was done the thousands of years back, hundreds of years back. So they know the importance of this one. As we talked earlier, the presenter talked earlier, 100 years back, there was no any pharmaceutical industries in Asian subcontinent. Our grandfather, grandmother, what they did, if you have some cold cough, they will bring some leaf and they will make the juice and they will eat them and we become cured. It is not only Indian subcontinent. If you go to China, Japan, Korea, you find 100 years back it was there. And nowadays, we are depending more on the chemical, the medicine, not in the plant-based medicine. So yesterday talked to some people about the plant-based food and food product, and today also you will add something. So we are going back to the nature. Because if you take more medication, you know that we are depending. So these are the some of the advantages the people, in case people they find this one. Then this one we did a study when I started the first study in 2019. We take the quinoa. This is as our research material. We compare with amaranth. You know, the amaranth is in data shag in our country, in Indian subcontinent. We call this one data. And then the spinach, you know, it is worldwide is common. So I compare the quinoa grains with the other. And you can see here, if you compare with this one, it is based on the dry weight basis. So you can see the protein, if you come with the carbohydrate, less carbohydrate, we always prefer. And if you go to the ash, all the minerals, and you can see this one, it is also the lots of the ash is there. And fiber, it is almost the most equal to the spinach. But the amaranth has more fiber. And the calories, when it are food values, and you can see them 325, and this is the almost the same, you know. So it is also you can see this one. It is comparable with the very common the vegetable spinach. Then when you go with this one, the minerals, and you can see this one. These are also the minerals is also the very good. And if you go to the other protein and the other compare with this one, you know that we also did this one. Did here. You can see leafy greens and grains. You can see that when you compare with the protein, fat, then the ash, carbohydrate, you can see these are it is not better. It is also better than or equivalent to the quinoa grains. So. And this is also the mineral content. You can see these are also grain and greens comparison. So greens are also better is here than green. So about the anti-nutrient component, there are some anti-nutrient component. You can see this one, phytic acid is less than some of the oxalate is more, but when it is washed and cooked, oxalate the amount is reduced significantly, around 70% reduce this one. But when it is called total saponin, also it is less, and trypsin inhibitor, it is also less in the quinoa greens. Then when you come to the bioactive components, you can see this one, total phenolic compound and the flavonoid and also antioxidant. You can see this one. These are also the higher in the leafy greens than the grain. And these are the picture, you know, as I told you, the quinoa has the different color. It is the red color quinoa. It is from the field of Bolivia. And this is phenolic compound, as I told you. This is rich in phenolic compound, peptides, and the other stuff there. And this is also the same picture as I show you, similar picture as I told you for the quinoa grain. And this is for the bioactive function of quinoa. It is, you can see the leafy grain and greens, they combine this one to show this one. And you can see all the beneficial activities, what is the vitamin, minerals, and bioactive components, saponins, these are all here. And the different types of activities, antimicrobial activities, anti-inflammatory, then the antioxidant, liver protection, gut health, and the other nutrition. So everything is here. So you can see for a healthy staff, what we need for our, and this is the recent study, recent summary of that, this is review of the last year. And these are the some picture, this is also last year, quinoa leafy greens, bioactive functional activities of quinoa leafy greens. And they show this one, how they work, the antioxidant, the anti-diabetic, the obesity, anti-anemic, the anti-hypertension activities. So these are the probed one. You will find a lot of information on quinoa grain. But quinoa leafy green, it is just started about the finding the bioactive components, their activities and other. So these are some of the picture that is, I just show how it works. And also here, the antioxidant activity, anti-cancer activities, different quinoa extract, then seed extract, then the chlorophyll extract, and then protein and peptides. And this is the leaf extract. It is Lincoln University started the bioactive component analysis, the antioxidant, anti-diabetic, anti-cancer activities. We are doing the research on this one. This is the recently we found this one, this cell we used from the mouse and colon cancer. So we found positive response of this one. So here research is going on this one. So you will find a lot of research on quinoa grain, but quinoa greens, it is the new. Okay, so then you can find the antioxidant activities of this one, quinoa green, leafy greens. Then you can find the cardiovascular diseases. As you talk with we are concerned about the cardiovascular diseases. So it is also very helpful for the reducing the cardiovascular diseases. And also inflammatory. It is also very good for this one. Any green or any color stuff, green leaf, very good for health. And this is the sum of the activities, what we are doing in Lincoln University. This is the normal field day. And then we are also the assessment of nutritional bioactive components in human health benefit and green leaves of it is ongoing. The other is harvesting quinoa grains and greens from a single plant. That this is we grow for this one for the quinoa greens. Then after that, we cut this one, we leave half portion for the seed production. And after growing this one, you can see lateral branches, and you can see this one. It is from this plant, the single head, you can see this one, but you can see different branching up there. And we found that these give the higher yield. That we are getting the leafy greens plus the grain. It is giving significantly higher yield. Grain we can harvest this one. And also what we have done, we are also doing this one. We tested this one. This also we can use for the animal feed. It is also the highly nutritious. So, okay, so these are some of the things. The conclusion is the function quinoa grain reflected in reduction of non-communicable diseases. And most studies done with the quinoa greens, but very less with the quinoa leafy greens. So results are promising, and the research is ongoing. So hopefully next year or year next we can present with our real finding. Oh, thank you very much for listening. This is the collaborator, Lincoln University and the University of Missouri and the Maribel State University at Georgia State University. And this was one of the sad news. Our PI died last year due to the heart attack. He was doing all the bioactive component analysis. He was only 62. And the USDA for surrounding. And finally, I'd like to thank the organizing committee for organizing some of this very important important meeting. And my last thing is that eat more leafy greens and wish you a very healthy life. So thank you. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to